What's happening, Flow Jedis? Let's talk about no mind.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there, guys. How's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, we're talking about mushin, noshin, the mind of no mind. Okay. Now, this is a concept from Zen, and if you understand it, it will change your life. You might have heard of mushin from the movie Last Samurai. If you ever come across that scene where he says, too many mind, okay? Which means that he has way too many thoughts in his mind. There's too much mind, mental chatter. No mind is not too many mind. It's simply an empty mind, a mind of potential, a mind of presence and peace, okay? Whereas too many mind is past and future, no mind is presence. So how do you get into no mind? You access the presence. You feel into the presence. Another technique you might have seen, which is very effective, is to have 2 points in your mind and have it merge from left and right into an overlap in the middle. Okay? So as you do that, you'll start to notice your mind calming down its thoughts. I love practicing breath work, different kinds of breath work. I have to say that the most effective breath work when it comes down to mushin is a very, very slow breath, less than 7 breaths a minute. Okay, around 7 breaths a minute is the task for you. So you can maintain this and you can try this out today. Also practice buteyko breathing, which means you inhale, you exhale, and you hold. And you hold your breath until you get something called air hunger. Air hunger is wanting to go, it's like gasping for air, okay? You know when you're underwater and you need breath, go, it's that. So you hold the breath until you get air hunger, but I don't want you to make the noise of air hunger. Just breathe normally again. Just inhale, exhale, and hold it again. This would be the practice, okay? Do a repetition of 10 of these. And you'll start to understand how to slow down the breath. And it'll put you into that pocket of presence a lot easier if you manage this, okay? Because what are you thinking about when you hold your breath? You can't think about anything else other than survival, right? Let's say you're overthinking, you take an ice cube and squeeze it in your hand. What are you gonna be thinking about? Oh, I wonder what I had for breakfast. No, you're thinking about the ice cube, man. The cold, the sensation overrides. Okay, the homeostasis and the body's trying to get used to it because it's so cold. Similarly, there's ways that you can force yourself into mushin, like this, eating something spicy or sour, shutting down the chattering mind. What are ways to shut down the chattering mind? Go on a mental diet. Stop reading so many books, stop, binge watching so many movies and shows, and keep it minimal. So you have less in your mind, less information, right? Our mind's job is to access more and more information, and that's all it's gonna keep doing. Even if it's complete nonsense, we want it in there for some reason. Oh, BuzzFeed article about some bullshit, right? Oh, let me click on it anyway. That's the way our mind works. We get curious. This is why we get duped by marketers and shit like this, right? Because we're so curious. The mind is so curious. It just wants to seek. Nothing could be wrong, but it's like you're going through airport security the rest of your life. You're like, yeah, am I good, bro? Like, what's going on here, right? That's the state of the mind. So you have to understand that in order to overcome it. is the power of mind over mind. Or no mind over mind in this case. So don't overwhelm yourself like it's this ancient Japanese state or something like that. You know, don't overwhelm yourself. Simply feel the breeze on your skin. Simply feel all the noises around me. Like, I love listening to these cars. I know you guys, some of you are like annoyed at the car noises. Someone commented, man's right next to a highway or whatever, and still pays $50,000 for his home, or whatever that comment was, right? Just listen. Be in silence. Be in nothing. That's my advice. You mean this guy is going to improve your productivity? How are you possibly going to get the best grades in school, yaar, if you're doing nothing and with nothing in your mind? You're stupid. Okay? That's what they're thinking. Don't go by what other people are going to be telling you about no mind. Right? You get so excited. Right? You're like, Dad, guess what? I discovered this thing called no mind.
That's great, son. Do you check the hockey score, though?
It's not worth it. Unless your friends are like flow state Jedis or Sigma males or Sigma females or whatever, they're not going to be interested in this kind of topic. They'll sway past it. I, for one, I love this topic. No mind isn't you focusing. It's no center focus point. You're not focusing on anything in particular. It's like, imagine if this was just all a ghost town and you were a floating consciousness, right? There's nothing here, right? Imagine if there was no living creatures, like no home, nothing. This was all empty space. This was just one blank room, like the Matrix, right? That scene. Just one blank giant room. That's no mind. There's no center of reference. Am I here? Am I awareness? Am I the wind? Am I the leaf? No, I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. That's the inner awareness. That I have no center. I'm not trying to get centered. Being centered is different than no mind. Being centered is being grounded and calm and being able to find a grasp within yourself and a grasp into reality. Where this has no center point of reality. It's just complete emptiness and openness. It's omnipresence. So imagine you're living in a ghost town. You're just by yourself. And even yourself, there is no self. You could be any point of the room, for that matter. You could be a fly on the wall. You can be a tiny little speck. You could be anything. That's the thing. You are a no thing. Be nothing. Do nothing. This is the most difficult thing for people to do, actually, is to do nothing. Right? Because the mind keeps searching for things to do. And when it's not doing anything, it finds things to do. You know, when you're bored, you think of the most wildest ideas or pranks. Like, I went to a petrol pump once and this man stopped me. And I was taking some video or doing something, you know, vlogging or something like that a while back. This was a while back, right? And he gets out and he's like, oh, that's so cool, you're shooting a video in here? And he's like one of the staff members, right? He's like, oh, hey, are you a YouTuber or something like that, man? I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. What's up? Like, I hadn't even like made, I had maybe like 20 videos, or this is like my last channel or whatever, right? I barely had any subscribers, right? At this point. But I owned it. I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. So what? You know? I remember him saying, oh, I really love YouTube. And I asked him, what do you watch on YouTube? He said, oh, I love that prank stuff. Are the prank YouTubers? Hey, man, I get it. Okay, that's entertaining. But you're not my audience. I get it. Like, it's cool. Okay, you're pranking people and, like, you know, getting their reactions. Yes, you're making somebody smile. You know, congratulations. But who wants to get into a deep, reflective, philosophical talk about mushin? What are the spaces of presence that you've noticed throughout your day today? Are there little pockets where you feel like, yeah, that I was in the zone there? Or are you watching these videos hoping to get some kind of elixir of life, like drain into you like a symbiote or something like that, where you start flowing? No, flow is intentional, man. You gotta make yourself flow. You see what I'm saying? Like, I realized this the other day, bro. I was like, if I'm the flow guy, right, on YouTube, I've got to be flowy, you know? I can't be stagnant and stuffed and rigid and like being like, you know, shutting down plans and being like, no, that's not for me. Or I'll be challenging. I'll be in that challenge skills pocket and that ratio. I'll be fun, but I'm not going to be serious, okay? I'm not going to be so serious that I start to, you know, build a barricade around my own life and build my like high tower society with me alone. Like, what? I want people to relate to me, man. Isn't that what we all want? We want people to relate to us. We don't want them to be like weirdos around us. One exercise I love doing is, and you can try this out. Close your eyes right now. And now start feeling the most detailed parts of your body. I want you to close your eyes. Feel underneath your ears, so underneath your earlobes, on the top of your ears. Feel your chin. Feel your eyebrows. Feel the tip of your nose. Feel your collarbone. Feel the tips of your elbows. Find the tips of your knees. Find the edges of your foot, so your toes and your back foot. Locate your spine. Just go from the bottom spine all the way to the top of your head. Pay attention to every vertebrae as you reach the top of your head, right in the middle. Good. What we did is just a quick body scan, like we just went random places of the body, right? But you'll feel as you do this, a sense of there's something happening, right? There's some energy within you that's ready to unlock and do something with it. But slowly but surely, your attention wasn't at one place, on one point. It was drifting between, as I was going, you were going with me to these different parts of the body. Almost like an anatomical, you know, design or operation game when you played it younger. Bang, bang, right? These different points of the body. As we explore the body, all the meridians, all the nadis, everything, right? We're just tapping and getting conscious. It also makes you feel present within your body. Now try imagining there's an outline outside of your body, almost like you have an aura. And what is the width of that aura? What is the height and the width of it? Can you feel that? Can you feel how big it is around you? Make that aura or that force field around you your protective layer. Make it your favorite color. Just a melting away of all the information. You know, doing a very good breathwork session will put you into no mind. After a breathwork session, you're not thinking about, you know, who I am, what my occupation is, who my parents are, what my position is in society, you know? You're not thinking about all of these different things, my nationality, my ethnicity, my age, my gender. None of that matters anymore. You are just pure awareness. That's the beauty of no mind, is because it connects all of us as human beings. It is the unconditioned state. It is the empty state of the mind where new information can finally come in and we're not blocking all of these out, right? A mushin, along with a shoshin, a beginner's mind, is very powerful. But I've had people, you know, make videos on here who are telling you like, you know, just act like you don't know anything. Just simply act like you're learning it for the first time. You don't necessarily need to do that. You just need to be open. You just need to be open to new information, but you don't want to carry all this gunk within you either. So what do? You let go of attachments, preconceptions, ideas, dogmas, different types of prejudice in your mind. You know, different storylines of why it won't work or why it will work. None of that, right? It's the unconditioned, uncarved block. That's where you want to get your mind to. So you can almost do this visualization where you're reversing time, right? In your own mind, imagine you're getting younger and younger and younger and younger and younger and younger, and you're an infant, and now you're just like even smaller than that, and you're keeping on going, even beyond, you're in your mother's womb now. Maybe now you're just turning into a fetus. Maybe slowly, now even younger, where there's nothingness. There's zero. Now from that innocence, now with that awareness, you start riding a bike. You start doing some activity. And notice the presence that you feel. Because you're fully present with that activity now. You're not carrying around all of these different storylines. Like, I'm a biker from Netherlands, so I must bike like this. Just pure, unadulterated, unfiltered, raw, authentic, real. Silent. Divine masculine space holder. Divine feminine radiance. You've got this. Upward Spiral Gang, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are entertained. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it to the Upward Spiral Gang. May we never be the same again.